If you knew how to eat intuitively, your back would not be as wide as a Buick. You live every day with no discipline, no structure, no routine, no consistency. You can't even commit, but yet you want to glow up. That is the pure definition of insanity. Expecting results when you absolutely did no work. Insanity. Who's pulling on me? Who is it? Which one of you is low right now? If I knew how to eat intuitively, I would not have gotten to 450 pounds. I don't know what intuitive eating is.
Unique, I'm one of one. I'm number one. I'm the only one. Don't even waste your time trying to compete with me. No one else in this world can think like me.
Hey besties, I'm back with another FaceTime call, and this time it is really good. So go ahead, do me a favor, grab pen, paper, okay, get a notebook because we're taking some notes because we're about to glow up in this video. We are about to elevate in this video. We're actually gonna get it right in this video. It is no secret that I've been on my weight loss journey for quite some time with all the changes I've made to my life, and including getting a nutritionist and just locking in. I have seen the most success, the most consistent success in my journey to date. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the science behind weight loss. We're going to talk about what a calorie deficit is. We're going to talk about what macros are. We're going to talk about the differences between dietary lifestyle and all that in between. But before we get into all of that, for those of you that are new to my channel, on the account of this video, what's up? Cop a squat. If you like the content that you see, do consider joining the Bestie Night Nation. Bestie Night Nation is my community across all of my social media platforms. We are a group of individuals that hold each other accountable, motivate each other, uplift each other to becoming the best versions of ourselves. I'm also a faith-based content creator. Let me tell you now, if you don't like all things God, if you don't like all things Jesus, baby, I am not the channel for you, honey, because I glorify the name, okay? Everything in my life, like, I'm Christ-centered. Everything in my life, through him, for him, to him, like, it's the only way I'm winning in life. But if you do like content like that and you want to join a community, hey girl, hey boo, hey, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification. That way you are notified every single time I drop a video on my channel. Speaking of besties, what's up, girl? Thank you for picking up today's FaceTime call, honey. I would come a little closer so we're a lot more intimate, but baby, the makeup is cracking. Let's be for real. I'm gonna sit right here, okay? She's cracking. I used a setting spray. Baby, if you are oily, honey, I'm gonna put it in the description box. You need it, non-sponsored, but I'm saying, when I say she sucked every bit of moisture out of my skin, got me crackling. You guys know I like, come on now, y'all should know me by now. If you don't know, you gotta get to know me, honey. I am a character for real. Anyway, in today's video, happy September, happy great lock-in. A lot of us in the community has started our winter arc. We are not playing. We do not wait for January to come around for us to get our lives together, for us to reach our goal, for us to be consistent in life and glow up. No. We start before. Do you hear me? And as a collective, I'm so excited about the great winter arc 2025, the great lock-in 2025. This year, it's a lot more intentional. We're not just doing it for our physical looks. We're doing it for our mental, our emotional, our spiritual growth, our financial growth. We are investing in our mental health. We are investing in our well-being. And I love that for us as a society, as a whole, with someone who is pro glow up, pro elevating your life, pro becoming the best version of yourself possible. I am all for this type of community content, and anywhere that I can add to the conversation or just add to the community in general, I am gonna show up and show out and do the damn thing. Do you hear me? A lot of you might be new to my channel, might be new to my story, but hey girl, I used to look like this, okay? And now I look like this. Honey, I have a thing or two to add when it comes to the health and fitness lifestyle journey. And I'm here to, guide my girls in any area they may not be familiar with, or there's just a lot of confusion. So raise your hand in the comment section. I want you to say me, or just comment, girl, that's my story of my life. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm confused. Drop a comment right now. I want to know, who does not know the difference between certain dietary lifestyles like paleo, keto, low carb? If you think low carb is keto and keto is low carb, who's completely confused about macros, don't know the first thing about macros, don't know what they are, or you have no idea what a calorie deficit is, how to get into a proper calorie deficit, you don't even know how to count calories. If that is you, girl, go ahead, comment down below in the comment section, let me know it's you. But fear not, honey, I'm here to help. This is something that I have been studying for years and years and years and years and years. I even have a nutritionist who helped refine my calorie deficit, and so I've been a lot more successful in my journey over this past year. I use the tools given to me, and I also share tools, okay? So we're gonna go over that in this video. If you guys see me looking down, it's only because I have my notes here. I wanna make sure I'm on task and on topic, because I could veer off, honey. This brain of mine. Anyway, we're gonna talk about right now what a calorie deficit is, what are macros, and the science behind it. I'm gonna do my best to simplify this as much as possible. So a calorie deficit, calories in versus calories out. It's as easy as that. It is the calories in versus the calories out. It takes 3,500 calories to gain 1 pound. If you want to be in a surplus and gain weight, you need to eat 3,500 calories or more a day. Do you know how easy it is to eat 3,500 calories? It is so easy. Let's say you go to McDonald's for breakfast. I'm just gonna use this as an example. And you just get a biscuit, egg, and cheese, or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Let's say you get a hash brown, a drink, like a coffee, a drink, we have some sweetness. Baby, you're in 1,000 calories already, and that's just breakfast. Let's say you grab 2 slices of pizza for lunch. You're in another 1,000+ calories. And now for dinner, you're like, I'm just gonna eat a steak and some salad and keep it light. Baby, that dinner right there, okay? You loaded it up. Steak, cheese, dressing galore. Okay, you have eaten, and then now you want a snack. Quick little snack. You need a little bit of chips or popcorn or a little ice cream for a nightcap. You have eaten 3,500 calories. It is so easy to eat calories. Everything have a calorie. It is to the point, I now believe, breathing air, you're intaking calories, because it's so easy to eat calories. So if 3,500 calories is considered eating in a surplus, you would need to reduce your intake of calories a day in order to be in a deficit. Say with me, deficit. A calorie deficit is when you eat less than your maintenance calories. Reducing your calories by 500 to 750 is a sustainable way to be in a calorie deficit and to lose weight. Reducing it by 500 to 750 calories per day, you will lose about 1 to 2 pounds per week. And that's the goal we want. We don't want to put big weight loss goals, because 1, it is unhealthy, and 2, you're skipping through the process. You need discipline. You need consistency. You gotta stop trying to skip the process. Everything is a process. Your body burns calories all day long. You burn calories when you're sleeping. You burn calories to breathe. You burn calories to blink. You're burning calories all day long. This is where you get your maintenance calorie number. Some people burn more than others because they are more active than others. And some people burn less because they're not active. Their metabolism is at a dead stall, okay? And you don't move enough. Movement helps you burn calories. If you're not doing a lot of movement, you're not gonna burn a lot of calories as the next person. Just because it takes 3,500 calories for maintenance, some people, that's not a maintenance for them. For some people, their maintenance calories are 2,500. They can eat 2,500 and stay at the steady weight that they're at. Some people, their maintenance, 17. They can't, if they eat 1,800, they're gaining weight. You know what I mean? Because that person does not burn as much calories as that person. Everyone is different, and that is where you determine your TDEE. So once you determine your TDEE, a calorie deficit is eating anything less than what it takes for your body to burn. Let me break the example down. Let's say your TDEE is 2,000 calories, okay, for giggles. Then eating 1,600 calories, you are going to see weight loss happen because you're eating less than what it takes. So what happens is your body is going to say, oh my gosh, we're not getting that extra 400 calories. I'm going to have to go into my stored calories, my stored fat, and burn it so that I can give her body the calories, the fuel that it needs. That's what happens. When you eat less, your body now has to go into the reserve and burn those calories, burn that reserve up so that you can use those calories. That is why the science of weight loss is exactly that, science. It is math. to be honest. So if your TDEE is 2,000 calories and you're eating 1,600, over time you're gonna burn your fat to make up for that, okay? And so here we have the science behind weight loss. Is it just all about the calories in, calories out? Hold on. No, boo-boo, hold on. Come back. Let me not lose you. Because health is health. Weight loss is weight loss. Just because you lose weight does not mean you're healthy. Just because you're skinny does not mean you're healthy. Okay? Let's get that in our minds. Skinny does not equate healthy. Smaller size does not equate healthy, because you can just lose, yeah, sure, you can burn fat, but your vitals are saying something other. You're deficient in other areas. Your body is sluggish. You're weak. You got a bunch of mucus, and now your skin is acting up. Now you're having hormonal imbalance and stuff like that. This is a whole nother subject, a whole nother topic. But I want you to know that technically, yes, you can eat Wendy's on a deficit. Does that mean you're healthy? No, it just means like, hey, I know that I cannot have over 2,000 calories today. I know that I can only have 1,400 calories or 1,600 calories today. I'm going to eat within my deficits and still be on track for weight loss. Yeah. And the reason why I say, yeah, just because it's a deficit does not mean you're losing weight. You can actually stall by that, because those things don't digest properly in your body because of all of the preservatives. It is heavily preservative. You're not even eating food anymore. It's not food. Your body does not digest it. It takes so long to break down in your body, and it's doing more harm than it is good. But once again, that is a whole nother discussion. Here, we're just here for the science behind weight loss. So this would be the perfect time to segue into what are macronutrients. Everything you eat are made up of macronutrients. For the most part, everything you eat are made up of macronutrients. So there's 3 types of macronutrients. We call it macros for short. There's protein, carbs, fats. Other types of macronutrients, fiber, sugar, things like that, okay? But most of the time when it comes to weight loss, they're the 3 categories we focus in: fat, protein, carbs. Honestly, you should be looking at sugar. You should be looking at fiber, because high fiber, high protein, a powerful recipe for weight loss and gut health. But again, that is a whole nother topic for another day. Let's focus back on macronutrients, because baby, I could talk, okay? I could teach this thing out for real. I could talk. Over the years, I've learned so much. I've done so much studying, reading so much, educating myself so much on this topic. Honestly, I could be certified if I wanted to. I have all the knowledge. I really have a lot of knowledge. So let's break down what each do. Protein builds muscle. If you want to properly lose weight, right? You want to lose fat but maintain your muscles, right? Because you don't want your body to lose your muscles first and then the fat is just still clinging on for dear life. You need protein. That's why a high protein diet is so good, because it allows you to keep muscle mass but burn fat. Protein builds muscles, bones, skin, hair. How I put it is like the brick that holds your house together. Honey, you're not getting protein, your teeth are chipping. Okay, your edges are thin, like mine, fighting to grow back. Did you know I was protein deficient? I started handling that. Now my hair is growing like crazy now. My hair is really long now because I started handling protein and healing my gut. It started to show in my body. Examples of protein: chicken, eggs, chickpea, fish, shrimp, seafood, beans, lentils, all protein. Yogurt, tofu, those are all protein. Let's talk about carbs. Carbs are not the bad guy. Carbs are not bad, okay? Carbs give your body energy, like gas in a car. It is fuel for your body. Carbs can be things like grains, fruit is carbs, okay? Those are what you call healthy carbs. Let's talk about fat. Fat helps your brain, your hormones, and keep you full. It's like the oil in the machine, right? Like you want the lights on, right? Think of it as the oil in a lantern. You need the light on, right? You need fats in your body. Healthy fats, not the bad fats, because there are such thing as bad fats. We're talking about healthy fat. Examples of healthy fat: avocado, salmon, which is a protein and a healthy fat, cheese, nuts are healthy fat. You guys are probably like, hey girl, this is so fascinating. I want more. I break all of this down in my 4-week Jumpstart Weight Loss program. If you missed any of my boot camps this year, I took my boot camp programs and I put it in a 4-week plan. This is your last chance to get it. Click the link down below in the description box and grab yourself a copy if you did not, because I explain all of this in full depth down below in my 4-week program and more. There's things I'm not even saying because it's in the program. Now, of course, if you do get my program, I give you macro suggestions for your weight class. But ultimately, one of the easiest things you can do is go into my TDEE Macronutrients.com, type in your weight, type in your height, put it in. It's going to give you your actual macros, like how much your body burns every single day. It's going to give you that. Then you're going to take that and go into a deficit for weight loss. Of course, you can put all of that info into the calorie counting apps that you use, you know, MyFitnessPal, Macros, Carb Manager, which is my personal favorite, ever have you. You can put that stuff in, but they give you too much wiggle room. The thing with my numbers is I adjust the actual amount of carbs, fats, protein. I tweak it even more so that you can actually see the success. I never like the stock numbers. I just don't like it. Like 1,500 calories a day, but it's saying you can eat 200 carbs. I don't like that. No, we're not doing that. Like, that's crazy. Is it doable? Yes, it is. But like, girl, we trying to see a difference in the mass of your body. Like, honey, slow down. 200 carbs a day? Slow down. That's crazy. That's insane, but it is doable. I'm not gonna lie, it's doable. I walk you through how to track your macros. Y'all, if you don't know how to do this, you just be in the grocery store looking at the front of the package, whatever looks good to your eye. You never flip it over. You don't read the ingredients. You don't read how many calories is in something. How do I track my macros? I don't know how many calories. Girl, turn it around. Read the nutritional facts. It tells you one serving, and then it tells you how many ounces, fluid ounces, grams, milliliters, or what have you, cup. It tells you how much a serving is. So if it says one serving is 3.5 ounces and it says, I don't know, 237 grams. I don't know, I'm just making up a number. Then that 237 grams, you're gonna look down and see the calories. 170 calories for 200. That now you know if you take more than 237 grams, you're taking more than 170 calories. It says 4 fats. It says 18 carbs. It says 8 grams of fiber. So now we're looking at net carbs, right? So now the net carb is really 170 calories, 10 net carbs, 4 grams of fat, 22 grams of protein. It is all in that 200 and whatever grams I said it was, right? If you're eating more than that, you're eating more than you're like, come on, you gotta log what you actually eat. Weigh your food. I screen this all the time. You're gonna need a scale. If you don't have a kitchen scale, and you're really serious about doing this, yes, I know, y'all hate it. Y'all, that triggers so many of you, the demons, and you get angry. Y'all be comment warriors. Just a mention of counting calories, weighing out food, and logging and tracking, honey, baby, the anxiety demons, oh, they take over. They manifest and they just be typing paragraphs. And it's like, okay, honey, don't do it. Eat intuitively. If you knew how to eat intuitively, your back would not be as wide as a Buick. If I knew how to eat intuitively, I would not have gotten to 450 pounds. I don't know what intuitive eating is. I don't know what that is. Baby, intuitive who? Honey, I was a guzzler. Do you hear me? Eat and could eat and could eat and could eat nonstop. What intuitive? Intuitive where? You don't have the discipline to intuitively eat. If you think you have the discipline to intuitively eat, midway eating food, stop eating the food, push the plate away. Leave the plate in front of you. If you start looking at it, eyeing it, your knees start shaking like your leg is bouncing, you're showing all the classic signs of an anxious person, you don't know how to intuitively eat. Challenge me on it. Eat half the food on your plate. Make a big plate. Eat half the food. Tell yourself, okay, I'm satisfied, I'm full. Leave that plate right in front of you. If you don't start bouncing, twiddling, shaking, constantly eyeing it, looking at it like you desire more, you don't know how to intuitively eat. A person that can intuitively eat, they can literally push that plate away, get up, throw the rest in the garbage. You are allowed to throw away food. You are allowed to throw away food. If you have another family member that would want something, that's fine. You don't gotta eat every little last scrap. That poverty mindset, break loose from it, break loose from it, break loose from it, break loose from poverty and lack. Break loose from it. Okay, stop cooking so much food, wasting ingredients and materials. Groceries expensive. You cook too much. You put too much on your plate. If you didn't do that, you would not have a problem with food waste. Okay? You would not have a problem with food waste. I rather discard it than dump that waste into my body and my body spill out all over me all over, like in public. Like, I'd rather discard it. Okay? I'd rather discard it. But what I do is I make sure I cook enough. Like, I'm really trying to be mindful when it comes to food waste, especially in this economy. I'm not cooking a bunch of food where I'm like, oh, I know I can't eat that. If you know you can't eat all of that, you know it's gonna cause more harm than good to you, then baby, why are you cooking so much food? Why are you doing that? What's wrong with you? Why don't you call somebody over and say, hey, I made some food. I would like to send you some for you and your family to enjoy also. Sharing is caring. What's going on? Y'all don't share anymore? Y'all don't call your sisters, cousins, uncles, brothers, best friends and be like, girl, I cooked. Okay, I made some meal prep. I put some aside for you. And that's how you eliminate food waste. You help somebody or pack it up. Go to a shelter. Give away some food. If you so worried about food waste, cook the amount you need, the portion you need. Weigh everything out. That way you can eat your whole plate, be satiated, and be in your deficit. Stop playing with me. You guys make so much excuses in the world. It's ridiculous. And I understand it. I was one. I was so blind and literally not educated in this area. Now I just weigh everything. I buy what I need, weigh everything out. There's no food waste. I eat the food I cook. In my weight loss jumpstart program, I talk about the benefits of eating small portion meals every 2 hours. And why I began doing that, my metabolism was lifeline, flat. So eating smaller meals every 2 hours allows me to fuel my body on a need basis so that my body's always in fat burning mode. That was the key that was missing. It allowed me to absorb nutrients better, burn fat better, my metabolism became better, and it prevented binging, overeating, and cravings because I'm constantly eating. I'm constantly eating to the point where it's like, ugh, I'm not even hungry. Next, I take you into how to hit your macros, especially if you're gonna do it in such a short window, how to optimize everything to get the most out of every single meal that you're eating. One rule of thumb, just to give you, I'm gonna give you a synopsis of this, because like I said, you're gonna have to get it. One rule of thumb is to break your meals into 4 to 5 miniature meals. Okay, that's what I do. But you wanna prioritize protein for every single meal. One of my rules is I have to have 25 to 30 grams of protein in every single meal to make sure I ensure I hit my meals. Do you know how easy that is to do? A protein drinkable yogurt is 25 grams. I'm not talking about protein shake. I'm talking about yogurt, the drinkable ones. You can get a ratio drinkable yogurt that's 25 grams of protein, and it is a pure protein. It is literally a whole pure protein because it's Greek yogurt. Low sugar, low carb. It's like 8 carbs. Low calorie. Honey, first thing in the morning, I down that really quick as a pre-workout. Or you can do protein shake. But for those of us that like to eat it, baby, do you know how easy it is to just grab 2 eggs, egg whites, cottage cheese, a couple of slices of cheese, some type of meat, and you have a high protein 35 gram plus protein breakfast right then and there, and it's low calorie. It is so easy. Once I learned how to simplify my meals, I started getting better at hitting my macros. Simplicity is really key. Here's the thing. If you think every meal needs to be gourmet, if you think every meal needs to feed your greed, then this is not the lifestyle or the journey for you. You have an issue. You need help. I'm sorry, I'm not like, baby, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yes, our food should taste good, but every meal should not be a complex meal. It should not. You know what boggles my mind? It is so crazy to me how people that are obsessed with eating fast food like Popeyes, Churches, all of that, you love that stuff. Your standards are bottom of the barrel for this fast food life. But when it comes to you being in the kitchen and eating nutritious food, you got high requisites. Like your requirements are out of the park insane. That don't make sense to me. You like fast food, like, girl, you like your little mom and pop shops food, like, and then when it comes to the kitchen, suddenly you need Michelin star. Stop playing. You play too much. Like, your excuses are boring. Ugh, yawn. I'm yawning. Let's simplify it. We're being disciplined. We're being routine. Is it gonna be nasty? No. Especially once you start to retrain your taste buds, your cravings are going to change. Your cravings are going to change. Starve your addictions and your cravings will change. Now, obviously, I need to say this. I'm not talking to the girl that love her veggies and her little saute stir fry, her little rice, her little home cooked meal. Baby, we here. You and I, we here. I like the home cook, okay? Because outside, the food is trash. I'm always disappointed. But when I'm in the kitchen, though I hate the domestic part of it, I'm like, listen, every bite I'm sitting here like, it's so good, and it be the simplest thing. One of the biggest success I've seen in my journey, once I really locked in and stopped eating out, was my bank account. I had actual extra money to allocate to things. I just had extra money that I did not have before because I stopped eating out. One of the things I really zeroed in on was when I buy groceries, what I buy is what I'm eating. I'm not eating out because there's food at the house. Groceries are expensive. Whatever I had at home, baby, a meal was gonna be made out of it. I'm not eating out. Like, literally, there were times where I wanted to cave and like, oh, like, I don't even feel like cooking. I don't feel like, oh, I'm in the mood for this. And I would look at the prices for Uber Eats. Honey, I would close that app so quick because I'm like, I'm not spending $30 for disappointment. I'm not doing that. I'm not spending, and plus that's without the food even being, you know, delivered and the tax and those fees. Are you insane? I'm not doing it. I'm not going to a store and the meal is like $25. Honey, I can eat 3-4 meals of this for $25 if I just make it at home. And so that was what I did. Every craving I had, I made it at home. Everything I wanted, I made it at home with better ingredients, better quality. It's Papa John's. Now let me stop. I'm annoyed. Let me stop. So back to breaking your meals up and maximizing your macronutrients, right? So we want to prioritize high protein, high fiber. Fiber keeps the gut moving. You want a healthy, clean gut. Eat whole foods and a lot of fiber-rich foods. One of the things that helped me diminish the massive size of my stomach was incorporating high fiber items. Okay? I started eating a lot of raw veggies or semi-cooked veggies. I don't cook my foods down to a mush where all the nutrients are sucked out of the veggies because now there is no fiber. I didn't cooked it so soft. I don't eat any mushy vegetables or fruits or anything like that. No. I need crunch still to it because I want the fiber. High fiber foods. So important to have in your diet. Fiber keeps you full for a long time. Protein, healthy fats, fiber, that is the deadliest combo that you can ever do when it comes to weight loss. Protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Triple homicide. Literal triple homicide for your fat. Thank me later. Another rule of thumb I did was I made every bite count. Every bite, every meal had to count. I'm choosing nutrient-dense food. Every meal, every bite has to count for something. And like I said, 25 grams of protein is the minimum for each meal. Minimum. My guilty pleasure is my protein coffee. One of the things I worked with my nutritionist on is non-negotiables and how to work non-negotiables into my everyday sustainable diet, okay? I have non-negotiables. I only have 2 to 3 non-negotiables. I'm not giving up chips. Like, I'm not giving up chips. Like, I've come to realize, baby, I need a little crunch. I need a little crispy. That could be the trauma, okay? We rebuke it in Jesus' name. But I personally know how to bank my macros. I know how to bank, baby, when it comes, baby, okay? Mortgage is paid. Light is paid, okay? Phone is paid. That's how I look at my macros. I bank them. I know how to bank them. So I can eat around and still be in my, you know, my deficit. But I need a crunch. So I told her I'm not compromising on chips. And so I learned that there are healthier chips on the market. We're not talking about the baked ones and stuff like that. We're talking about chips that are made in the right kind of oils. I did a previous video where I showed some of my favorite healthier snacks. I buy chips, kettle cooked chips in avocado oil. The ingredients is always 3 ingredients: the potato, the salt or the seasoning, the clean seasoning, and the avocado oil. I always make it a point to look at nutrition labels because if it's something that's like a guilty pleasure to me, I want to make sure it is as clean as possible. So instead of going for Ruffles, I'll go for Boulder. So yeah, it's a healthier option. I know to stick to portion control. I ration out my amounts, my size and stuff like that. So that way I don't feel deprived. I don't feel like I'm missing out, and I'm able to practice self-control. I work it out in my macros. I know, like, okay, if I have this, I have to adjust things here and here and here. I'm willing to compromise this for that. And that's what I do. Another non-negotiable for me was I was not giving up my coffees. I love a good iced latte. I love a good iced matcha latte. I love a good iced chai latte. You know, I was not giving up the lattes, the matcha, the this, the that. Obviously, all of my syrups and stuff like that is sugar-free, but they're not the cleanest. What my nutritionist did was help me find cleaner ingredient syrups on the market, and I compromised on certain ingredients that I just must have in my recipes of lattes and coffees. And so When I say I live a sustainable lifestyle where I follow an 85-15 rule, 85% whole foods, clean whole foods. That means cabbage, carrot, onion, potato, that's whole food, chicken, beef, whole foods, lettuce, whole foods. You know what I mean? 85% of my meals are constructed from whole food ingredients. And then I have 15% leeway for processed food. That way I don't feel like I'm missing out. That way I don't feel deprived. And majority of my process is really just like the coffee syrups, the spreads that I like, rarely I do like packaged food and stuff like that. So I'm very cautious on the processed foods I allow in. My last non-negotiable was I'm not giving up bread. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? I'm not giving up bread. Like, grow up, please. Again, I did a full video. I'll link it. I don't know if it's this side or this side. Y'all know everything's flipped on the camera. My nutritionist was like, the keto breads on the market are not the best. And I talked about this before. She's like, hey, it's not the cleanest. It's so highly processed. It's doing more damage to your gut than it is to your diet. And so, again, heal your gut, lose weight. Healing your gut is one of the best things that you can do to help you lose weight. You heal your gut, you lose weight faster. We came on the compromise of sourdough bread with clean ingredient fermented dough, like literally sourdough bread. So if I'm gonna do any of those type of breads, let's say I really do want to cut like I'm gonna cut now, it's culture-based bread, hero bread. They're fairly clean. Stay away from the solas, stay away from the Aunt Mills and all of that. Like, no, they're horrible ingredients, highly processed foods that you just don't want in your body, especially if you're trying to heal your body. So that being said, I would encourage you to find out a percentage number that works for you. Figure out your non-negotiables and learn how to bank your macros so that you can enjoy your non-negotiables, because the point is we're not depriving ourselves anymore. We're living a sustainable lifestyle. This is how we stick to the course. This is how we're able to be consistent and go this long. This is how I'm able to not eat out and enjoy food. So the difference between keto and low carb, let's talk about it, because y'all think you could do keto and low carb at the same time. Baby, it don't work that way. The macros are different. The percentage and the macros are completely different. While yes, it's true, the two lifestyles can mirror each other, but they are not the same. I always say, if you get my low carb program, then you don't need the keto program, because they are similar but different. There's nuances in the differences in order for you to hit your goals. So keto is when you train your body to burn fat for fuel instead of carbs. Your body burns fat for fuel. You go into something called ketosis. When you are in ketosis, you are in fat burning mode. It is not good for long-term or longevity, as it has a lot of side effects. I was one who personally experienced the long-term longevity side effects, such as memory loss and fogginess of the brain. That is one of the side effects of being on a ketogenic diet long-term. Your brain needs carbs. One of the reasons why your brain needs carbs is for your memory. Okay. Being on the keto diet long-term causes memory fog. Clarity, it's hard to have a clear mind. So long-term, there are effects of the keto diet that is just negative. There are people that's going to argue this down. Argue with your daddy. I don't care. Do what you want to do in your life. Don't like, hey, why? Like, yeah, this is not court. Honey, I didn't ask you to plead your case. Boo, if that's what you want to do for you, do it. I'm telling you, this is what she, her, I went through this. Okay? You don't tell me, like, come on. There's people that love to argue your experiences down. Like, oh, that happened for me. I'm not in your body. You're not in mine. Like, let's be for real. People, Anyway, choosing the right dietary lifestyle is essential. It is what is going to determine how consistent you are. Because if you're deprived, it's going to be hard for you to be consistent if you are deprived. I'm just going to tell you now. If you are doing some strict, no butter, no cream, no cheese, no sugar, no alcohol, no bean, no lentil, no chicken, no turkey. No, like, if you're doing one of those, you're quitting the next day, because it's like, this is too strict. This is prison. Low carb focuses on significantly reducing your intake of carbohydrates while increasing your intake of protein and healthy fats. If you want flexibility in your dietary lifestyle, low carb is specifically for you. The discipline level for low carb is moderate. It requires planning okay? Because you have to plan right so you can bank your macros correctly. I'm going to do a video on banking macros, like showing you how I work things out so I can eat what I want, okay? Let me know if you would like that. Let me just not volunteer to make video content that y'all don't want to see. If you want to see content like that, y'all got to let me know. Let me know. Okay, so it's less extreme than keto or like carnivore, but it's still, you know, it's moderately. Keto is a very low carb diet, high fat diet, okay? It drastically reduces carbs and typically like under 25 grams of carbs a day, and that's net carbs. Like typically, like I said, ketosis is when you burn fat for fuel. And so you would be eating like 130 grams of fat per day, 150 grams of fat per day. How do you do that? You're eating a lot of fatty foods, fatty meat, whole avocados, big slabs of salmon, lots of steak, eggs, butter, cheese, nuts. If you like stuff like that, girl, I just want the meats. I just want the cheese. I just want, you know, you want to slather things in butter. Keto's for you. Keto's for you. If you don't care for vegetables too much, or you're the type of person that like to slab their veggies in a bunch of butter, baby, enjoy keto. You like a lot of dressing, girl, that's you. Low carb is more so fat free. You have to eat the reduced fat, reduced sugar, reduce this. Whereas in keto, not so much. Carnivore is extreme. I know there are people that are, when I say they religiously ride for the carnivore diet, and baby, kudos to you. That takes so much discipline. I don't like meat like that for me to only want to eat grass-fed meat. You know what I mean? Grass-fed butter. Like, that's the people that eat meat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, they eat meat with a side of meat with a side of meat. Like, 3-course meat meals and butter and avocado. And that's it. I will throw up. I cannot do it. I don't even like red meat like that. I can't do it. Y'all know that. I barely make red meat on my channel. Yeah, I will throw up. Not saying you only have to eat red meat, but who's gonna eat chicken day and night? I don't like, honey, come on, we get tired. Carnivore is extreme, where you only eat animal-based foods like meat, fish, eggs, and some dairy products. No fruits, no veggies, no grains or plant-based products. You cannot. Animal-based product only. You can even dice up an onion if you wanted to. Some people do eat onion, but most people... Have you ever watched the What I Eat in a Day carnivore video? If you see somebody with an onion, oh, honey, the comments. I go to the comments because I be messy sometimes. And these weight loss or health and fitness communities, the drama. If I'm ever bored, honey, I'll be in the bed rubbing my toes reading comments. No shade, no tea. You want to be entertained and you want to see hate? I'm talking hate like you've never seen before. Go watch a bariatric person video on TikTok and read the comments. I happen to stub my toe and fumble into that What I Eat in a Day lifestyle, VSG, bariatric, R9, LLPD, whatever they call it. Girl, I went down a rabbit hole. I've never seen such hate. I've never seen such for food. I know I'm straying, but like, listen, I'm telling you, the girls that do the GLP-1s, like, y'all know I'm getting ready to start my journey. I'm so excited. I'm starting my journey actually this month. I'm so excited. I see my doctor in 12 days. I get the yay or nay. Woo! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But anyway, I do my research. I actually really love watching the What I Eat in a Day GLP-1s because it's all high protein, the meal recipes, the ideas. I love it. But baby, they be tussling in them comments. They tussle in the comments. It's actually asinine. It's crazy. Like, that's why you'll never see me drop a comment. I'm not doing none of that. Y'all not about to come tussle with me. Like, you need tough skin. You need tough skin. Anyway, yeah, I said all of that to say the comments, if you don't think you're putting a piece of lettuce with your meat, girl, no. You can't. If you're carnivore, you can't even do none of that. That's pretty much it. That's all I have for you guys. I really just wanted to break down the science of weight loss, what a deficit was, how do you find your deficit or your TDEE, how do you get into it. I wanted to break down the science, aka the math behind weight loss, and also the dietary lifestyle differences. Again, I have videos on my channel that breaks things down more. Get your copy of my 4-week jumpstart plan while you can, because it is going bye-bye. Like, honestly, like, I only left it up so the girls that are getting into the winter arc for September, this great lockdown, 2025 lockdown, so you can snag it, so you can prepare yourself and get yourself in a routine. It has over 50 recipes. Each one has over 50 recipes. Over 50 recipes. Full detailed recipes. Honey, you're good for months on meal ideas and plans and stuff like that, okay? You don't need nothing else. It got you covered. And it breaks this down even more. It's not just the information, it's also recipes. There's over 50 freaking recipes in it. I really enjoyed this FaceTime call. I hope it was informative to you. Not only informative, I hope it was entertaining. I hope you learned something that you did not know. If you have any questions, leave it down below. This orange against my skin, like my tan, this orange, baby, I can't stop looking at myself. Like, I'm low-key feeling myself. Brooke, that's you? Girl, that's you. Yeah, and it is. It's her. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop, because somebody's gonna be, oh, you're not humble. There's no human. Can you believe somebody said that to me? To me. Like, yo, I'm telling you, to me. Y'all don't even know me. Somebody was like, oh, there's no humbleness, but there's nothing humble about you. I told my mom, she was like, she don't know you. I'm like, I know, me. The one that serves others. I'm sitting here like, okay, girl. But also, if that's what you see, that's what you feel. I'm like, all right, God. My very first thing was like, all right, God, is there areas in my life that you need to correct me in to make me more humble in? Because if that's what's coming across, you know, because I'm surrendered to my Lord and Savior. If there's areas, I don't know, just, you know, I don't know, it's just like, girl, you don't know me. You only know what you see. Like, and so just with me, like, just seeing myself, because, you know, this is all new to me. So, like, with me acknowledging it on camera, somebody's gonna, I know somebody, girl, stop, cut it out, cut it. People try to humble you. Y'all, my last video, do you know how many people try to humble me? Like, and I'm just like, dang. Can we celebrate? Can tell me you're proud. Tell me you're happy. Tell me keep going. Like, trust me, I have many of that. I have plenty of that. But like, I really saw how people try to humble me for real, just because like I really showed, like, first y'all was saying I wasn't losing weight. All of this I'm doing, I'm not going nowhere. Now that I look like this, people are trying to, you can't win for losing. You can't win for losing. It's so crazy. But it's okay. I love y'all. I really do. I get it. Don't get a big head. Be humble. Don't turn into that, blah, blah, blah. Don't be too happy. I get it. I'm gonna rejoice. God did something amazing in me. He's doing something amazing in me. He's working so much out in me, y'all. It's not just a physical transformation. It is an internal transformation, a spiritual transformation. I'm about to cry because the goodness of God, like, honestly, God's correct. When, you know, there's a scripture that says God corrects those he loves, and he is correcting me. And when I think about how God speaks, how he corrects his children, like last night, I could not stop marveling in the fact that my Lord, my Savior, Yeshua HaMashiach, or Yahusha, baby, if we're going to call his name, let's call his name Yahusha, okay? My Savior, King of Kings, y'all know him as Jesus Christ, okay? King of Kings, Lord of Lords, how he left the throne and saved me while I was dying in a hospital. Yesterday made 10 months. 10 months. Today is literally 10 months since I literally almost slipped into eternal death, but he said no. And so, I know I'm on a tangent right now, but like sometimes I think of the goodness of God, you know, and how like in every area of my life, he's correcting my walk. He's correcting me. He's correcting me. He saved me. You know what I mean? And I'm just so, I don't know, God is good. I'm always going to say that. I'm always going to, he is good. He is good. No matter what you're going through in life, know that God is good. He is faithful. He is close to the brokenhearted. If you feel forgotten, if you feel left alone in your journey, I promise you, call his name. I promise you he's going to show up. I promise you he's going to deliver you. Call his name. Get on your hands. Get on your knees. Ask him to show himself. Watch what he does. He will break every wall of Jericho down. He will behead every Goliath in your life. I promise you he'll slay it. He'll deliver your enemies to you dead. I promise you he's the God that'll make a table before your enemies. He will prepare you. He is the God that will deliver. I promise you. I don't know who this is for. Y'all know how I get when I get to talk about God. Y'all know how I get. I don't know who it's for. There's somebody. You in a storm right now. Know that you have the God that sits and sleeps in a boat with you while the storm is roaring, because once he tells that storm to calm down, it has to obey him. Know that you serve the God that commands the storm. So while the boat is trembling, is shaking, it's not gonna flip over. It's not gonna sink because he's asleep. Know that if he's asleep in that boat, he's with you. And at any given moment, he will command that storm. Chill. Get off my child. God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much. I don't know who that's for. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in my next video. May joy and peace be with you. I pray peace and abundance of joy in your heart. I pray happiness over my besties. I really, really do. Like, for anybody who's pulling on me, who is it? Which one of you is low right now? What is this? Somebody is heavy. I don't know. Somebody's heavy, but I pray peace and joy into your heart. I pray that the spirit of heaviness breaks you and loose you in Jesus' mighty name. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. I pray like this over my besties all the time. Like, listen, I don't even need to tell you. God, I know God know. All right, but I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.